What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy DOAKABONDS Urban Tech Review, and today's video is going to be about, you can probably read the title, but I like to say it anyway. I like to hear myself talk. The top 10 things, in my opinion, every cell phone should have. Now, today is July 27th, 2016. And I believe, and these are not in no particular order, so they're not in order of importance or anything like that. But I believe that, all cell phones in 2016 and on and beyond should have these things. And the number one thing is a removable battery. This is the S7 Edge. Let me shine it up. Looking kind of dingy, I be neglecting my baby. But it should have a removable battery. Now you see, a lot of phones nowadays want to have a unibody, and the unibody don't come apart, So I think that all phones should have a removable battery for people who, need more than one battery a day. For people who can't stand next to a charger and or leave their phone somewhere to charge for hours on end, or for an hour or whatever to get a full charge. Or, I think that every cell phone should have a removable battery. And if you want to, take it to, well, if they make a removable battery, they're going to be losing money. You can have that, okay. But make a phone with a removable battery, then produce batteries. You know what I mean? Make a phone with removable batteries and then just produce batteries. So therefore, people will buy your batteries. Everybody knows that back when Samsung had removable batteries, you can buy the generic brand of removable battery, or you can buy the Samsung brand of the battery. And the generic brand might give you a month, and you might pay half the price. But everybody knew that the Samsung battery was going to hold its weight. Everybody knew that. So if you're going to make a phone, make it with a removable battery and just produce batteries. You know what I mean? Make batteries for it. Another thing that I think every device should have is fast wireless charging. Nowadays, this is the age of my dog Caesar. He always want to bark when I'm recording. This day and age, everybody is on a phone. You get on a bus, you get on a train, you get on a plane, you drive in your car, see people walking, they're on their phone. You know what I mean? All the time. So, when you get a chance to sit down, you just want to be able to, I don't have none of mine up there. I took them to the basement. But you just want to be able to, throw your phone on the charger for 20 minutes and get half, 50% charge from zero, 60, 70% charge in 30 minutes. You know what I mean? That's what you want. You know what I mean? Every device should have fast wireless charging. You know what I mean? Or fast charging, period. You know what I mean? It don't have to be fast wireless charging, but fast charging. It would just be horrible. Like, you get home from work, you know what I mean, and you plan to go kick it with the guys or something like that. And, you want to go get fresh, and all that stuff. You've been on your phone at work all day, so your phone battery is in the red. You're in the red right now. And then, you be like, well, I got about 30 minutes, and let me see how far I can charge it in 30 minutes. And then, you go do whatever you want to do, and you come, and you go about to leave out the house, and you look at your phone, and it's still at 22%. That can't work. You know what I mean? That don't work. And I know these phones got a lot of guts in them, which makes, it burn more battery. It makes it longer to charge these batteries. But, and look here, I'm not an engineer. I don't make these phones, so I can't tell you how to make them. I can't tell you what you need to do to make them better, but I could just tell you as a consumer, as your everyday average tech consumer, that you have to make something to have fast charging, fast wireless charging, fast charging. You know what I mean? Make something like that. The third thing, and I think I'm actually going to have like more than 10. It might be like 11, 12, something like that. But, you know, I just say 10 because, you know, 10's the number everybody wants to use. Expandable memory. If you get, you see, you know, this is the S7 Edge, and you see right there, right here is my tray. And it's 2016, man. Like, most, you get iPhone, which even got rid of the 16 gigabyte, you know, base model phones. So now you starting at 32. And, you know, this is the 32 gigabyte. It starts off at 32. There is no 64, nothing like that. If you're not going to make, you know, a 256, a 128, why not just make expandable storage? You know what I mean? Why? Every device should have expandable storage. You know what I mean? Like, and it's funny because, like, I listen to music all the time. You know, I do music. And, you know, I take a lot of pictures, you know, a lot of videos and stuff like that. And I'm like, man, if I didn't have this 128 gigabyte SD card, if I didn't have that, I really wouldn't have nothing on my phone. Between the apps that I have, between the videos that I have, between the pictures that I have, between the music that I have, between all the stuff that I have on this phone, if I didn't have that 128 gigabytes, I wouldn't have nothing. I would barely have anything. When you get a 32 gigabyte phone, I think when you pop it in, you know what I mean, turn it on, whatever, your 32 gigabytes automatically turn to like 24. So I think you lose like 8 out the gate. Something like that. You know what I mean? I'm not, don't quote me, but you lose a significant amount of gigabytes on these phones. You know what I mean? And that's just with the hardware that's on the phone. You know, every phone should have expandable memory. Why not? Why not? And I say this, you know what I mean, because, you know, these companies put out phones, they put out headphones, they put out speakers, they put out chargers, they put out, you know, whatever. They put out cases, all this other stuff. But start putting out removable batteries. Start putting out memory cards. You know what I mean? Start putting out stuff like that. And then, you know what I mean, you can still make money. People have no problem spending the money they spend for the phone, spending extra money for a battery, extra money for an SD card, and anything else, a case, whatever. Every company wouldn't have no problem spending for that. And any person would have no problem spending for that. Because you're going to better your phone. You know what I mean? So expandable memory is a plus. It's a necessity. And the next one on the list, I think we have 4, is you have to have at least an 8 megapixel rear facing camera. You can't come to the party with a 5 megapixel rear facing camera. And I think 8 is low. You know what I mean? I think the standard should be 12 personally. You should have at least a 12 megapixel rear facing camera. But I'm gonna put in the video, I'm just gonna say 8. Because I'm gonna give y'all, you know, that. I'm gonna give y'all that. So at least 8 megapixel camera. We in a selfie age, y'all. And not even selfie, we in a picture taking age. Everybody wants to take pictures. Everybody wants to take pictures. Even if you don't take pictures, you want to take pictures. You know, you have to have a nice camera on the back. You can't have grainy pictures. You can't have you know, choppy video. You know what I mean? You gotta have, and I say full HD. You gotta have full 1080p, full resolution HD. I ain't saying you gotta shoot 4K. I ain't saying every phone gotta shoot 4K. Now I'm saying if you have a top flagship device, you should be shooting 4K. If I'm spending $1,000, if I'm spending a band on a phone, it should have 4K. But we're not talking about that. I'm just talking about a decent camera, an 8 megapixel or higher. Nothing lower than 8. But I mean, like I said, I say 12 should be the standard, but nothing lower than 8. You know what I mean? I only, you know, take it down to 8 because Samsung has dropped, you know, 12 megapixel and 8 are the top flagship device. Samsung Galaxy S7 and S7 Edge top flagship device right now. So they only have 12 megapixel camera. You know what I mean? So I can't say that, you know, all devices should have to have the 12. That's why I knocked it down to 8. But you get what I'm saying. At least an 8 megapixel rear facing camera. Alright. Moving on to the next one. Fingerprint scanner. Every phone should have a fingerprint scanner. And I don't care if it's on the front. I don't care if it's on the back. I don't care. It should have a front facing camera. It should have a fingerprint scanner. Even if you're getting a budget device, your budget device should have a fingerprint scanner. Fingerprint scanner is the new wave, and I know eventually all these things that I'm listing they actually might be the standard. You know what I mean? But until they are the standard, we gotta put out these videos so we can get these companies to start making these phones to the consumer and not to their interests. You know what I mean? Because that's what I'm saying. This is what I don't understand. I know all companies are out to make money, and you want to make more than you have to spend. Most people would buy these phones with no problem. You know what I mean? They will buy them with no problem. So make them, the correct way, and you still gonna make money hand over fist. You still gonna make that money. But it is what it is. We know what we doing. They know what they doing. So like I said, fingerprint scanner is crucial on phones. You know what I mean? You don't want to have to always put in your code. You don't want to always have to put in your pattern. You don't always want to have to do that. And you damn sure don't want to leave your phone unlocked. You damn sure don't want to do that. So you always want to be up on it. You always want to, have the fingerprint scanner. So fingerprint scanner, front or back. Shit, if they could put it on the side, whatever. I don't care. But fingerprint scanner is a must in a device nowadays. Waterproof. Why not? Why not? Like, I know when you make waterproof phones, as in the S7 Edge, you lose something. You know what I mean? The music, the speakers on here is kind of cheeks. You know what I mean? It's good. It's good. It's not the worst, but it's not great either. I wouldn't put this in the top 5 speakers on a device, this year. I wouldn't put it in there. And that's because, when they use the IP68, to waterproof the phone and dustproof the phone, they kind of had to probably cover the speaker, and it's just not the greatest of sounding. Like, I'm not saying it's the worst, but it's not the greatest sounding. So you should have, nowadays you gotta have waterproof phones. You know what I mean? You can get in the pool with this phone. You can take this phone to the pool and take pictures while you in the pool. You know what I mean? You take videos while you in the pool. You can take videos and pictures while you underwater in the pool. You know what I mean? You can do that. So that right there is a plus. You know what I mean? You have to have waterproof phones. That's just like the plus to me. Come on, Dre. You gotta have that. And the next thing is in the age of everybody want to be healthy. Everybody wants to have some form of healthiness and with their device. You got to have a heart rate monitor or something of that nature. You know what I mean? You got to have that because everybody, I think it should just be standard because, everybody should want to just be able to put your finger on the back of your phone and be able to, figure out what your heart rate is. I'm busy.
Yeah.
I'm busy.
Okay.
Everybody, that's my middle son just got back home. Everybody should want to be able to do that. Boom. And you got, your heart rate monitor or whatever. That's just what I think. Like I said, this is my list. Moving on to the next one. Every company should have phone cases. Like you get some of these devices, you can't find a case for them. Really, the S7 Edge, if you go to Walmart, you might find 2 cases, if that, for the S7 Edge. But, you go to Walmart and you look for an iPhone case, you can find cases for the iPhone 4. At Walmart. Walmart is like an Apple store for cases. They sell so much like Apple product that it's ridiculous. But Samsung product is hard to find. It's not hard to find, but like the brand new Samsungs that be coming out, the S7 is the Note 7, when that come out, you're not gonna find a case at Walmart for at least a month or 2 after it come out. But you can find them online. But You know what I mean? Like I said, every company should produce cases because people would buy the cases, and a lot of these non-top brand phones you can't find cases to. So you would want to be able to, you know, either have a sister company or a partner company that produces cases. Because like I said, a lot of cheaper phones that, you know, aren't iPhones, do not have cases for them. You know, you can't really find them in a store. That's what they should have, phone cases. I think, I mean, and this one will probably be the biggest controversy of all, but 5-inch display. I think every phone should have at least a 5-inch display. And I know, what's the one phone? There's one phone right now that's got like a 4.7 or something like that. I mean, there's a lot of phones like that, but I'm saying every phone should have a 5-inch display. Because it's, I mean, it's just, I don't know. I mean, and like I said, this will probably be the most controversial one because people don't like big phones. Everybody don't like big phones. Everybody don't like, you know, phablets. Everybody don't like, you know, this, you know, bigger phone. 5.5, 5.7, 6.0, you know, 5.2. Everybody don't like those big phones. But I think 5-inch should be the standard. I'm not saying that it will, because, you know, they're still going to cater to the people, you know, who like smaller phones. I know women who like, you know, the Note Mega, you know, what was that, the Note Mega, something like that. Samsung Mega. I know, you know, and that's like a 6-inch or 6 something, you know what I mean, phone. Women, I know women who love that phone, you know, and it's huge. You know, it's huge. I thought it was too big, you know, but it's huge. No homo. And this is the one, well, we got 2 more. I think that every cell phone that comes out, if you're going to make, this shouldn't really apply to like your budget phones, but your flagship phones, if you're going to make $1,000 phone, then make another phone, the same thing with less, the same specs, but less of that spec. You know what I mean? So dumb it down, make a dumbed down version. You know what I mean? So make a cheaper model of that phone. Because some people just don't want to spend $1,000 on a phone, but maybe they'll be willing to spend $500 on a phone that is quite similar but not the same. You know what I mean? So put out a device that you know what I mean is similar and very, very similar. Same name, you know what I mean? Just make it like, you know, whatever you want to call it, but just make it a cheaper device. You know what I mean? Because then you really compete in both markets. You compete in the flagship market with your flagship device, and then you make a budget phone of the same phone, but just take out some of the specs, take out some of the you know what I mean, the major stuff that's in this phone, and you make a budget device of the same phone. You know what I mean? And then you kind of work in the budget market too. You know what I mean? So you work in the flagship market, you work in the budget market. So you on both sides of the fence, and you be killing the game. You know what I mean? Like, people love the J7. And I played around with the J7, and it's not a great device. But it's, I mean, it's affordable. You know what I mean? It's affordable. So people love the J7. I don't love it. It's alright, but I wouldn't say I love it. You know what I mean? And the last but not least of my my list would be every phone should be available on every network. And I know that's not going to happen. But, you know, these unlocked devices, you can do a lot more with these unlocked devices, for the simple fact is you buy a $1,000 phone, and then, you know, you can only sell that $1,000 phone to somebody on that same network. You know, you can't sell your Verizon to a Sprint person. You know what I mean? So these phones should all be unlocked. You know what I mean? So they all unlocked. You can sell your phone to anybody. Anybody can use it. You know what I mean? Instead of, you know, oh, I got a $1,000 device that I bought with Verizon, and my Verizon account got out of hand, and I can't take my phone when I go, you know, the Sprint now. I got to get rid of that $1,000 phone. Well, I'm gonna make nowhere near $1,000 that I spent on it. I'm not gonna make that when I sell it, and then I gotta go buy another $1,000 phone from another company. You know what I mean? Just to end up with the same thing if something would happen. You know. But like I said, this is my list. And if you agree with the list, you know what I mean, let me know. If you disagree with anything on the list, let me know. If you like this video, click that thumbs up. If you don't like this video, click the thumbs down. You ain't gonna hurt my feelings though, bro. You know what I mean? But follow your boy on all my social media. Facebook, Foursquare, Snapchat, Instagram. I'm everywhere you want to be. Like Visa, baby. Don't cheat yourself. Treat yourself to, you know what I mean, me and my shenanigans or whatever, you know, I be doing at the time. You know, get a little, you know, you get to see a different side of me. Still tech, but, you know what I mean, you might get to see me doing some other stuff. And, like I said, man, it's your boy DOAKABONDS. We out to the next one, though. Deuces.